So I just want to go on a rant about how I think that 2020 was actually one of the best years. I mean, in my opinion, it was just a very crazy and complex year. I mean, probably for most of us teenagers because we're younger, right? And we haven't experienced anything major like the older generations. But I just think that it was really such a weird year, and even though a lot of bad things did happen, I feel like they had to happen, and if they never would have happened, we would have never grown. Everything that happened in 2020 had to happen for us to become who we needed to be in the future, and I just think that that's fucking great. For me personally, so many unexpected things happened to me in 2020. A lot of good. I'm not gonna say there were bad things. I'm just gonna say that very unexpected things that I guess you could call them bad, but I'm glad they happened, because if they never happened, I would have most definitely never been where I am right now. I left a very toxic relationship. I definitely lost / gave up on a lot of friendships, toxic friendships. I'm claiming that I was a toxic one. But I'm not gonna go into detail about that, but I'm just gonna say I'm so glad I cut that people out. I cut so many people off, and I just think it's so unbelievable to find out that even now that I don't talk to anyone from my past that I used to like hang out with on a daily basis, that I still have to find out that I'm still being talked about, which I'm a little shook, because I had no idea I had fans that worried about my life. Like, sis, I already worry about my life. Finding out that other people worry about my life too, I guess my life is really that important, huh? But if I'm that popular, I guess I'm that popular. I thought I was the only one who worried about my life, but I guess not. I just have to say 2020 was when I tell you that I felt like I feel like not a lot of people knew about this, but I went through like a big major like heartbreak in 2020, and let me tell you, it wasn't planned, it wasn't expected, it just came and I swooped me on my feet. And it was like I was just going with the flow, and it happened, and I got my heart broken. I got my heart broken, but I was so upset, I was so depressed, I was so low, and imagine going through all of that in quarantine. Oh my goodness, quarantine, like, it was so crazy. And just the fact that happened is like, ew, yuck. Just like a couple months back, I was still upset about that person, I was still upset about the situation, but now it's like, if that had never happened, and this is how I tell people, I truly define this as my very first heartbreak. Like, forget all my first relationships, I do not at all think that was like, I never had experienced a true heartbreak until this year. And let me tell you, it was horrible, like horrible. I would never want anyone to go through that. It was just bad, and it was just horrible. But if that had never happened, I truly would have never like become the person that I am now. Listen, you know how people say that they want to lose weight, they want to do this and do that, and they want to shape their body and all that nonsense. They don't actually do it. They just keep thinking about it, and they keep seeing other people do it, but they don't actually do it. Well, I was one of those people. I used to go to the gym, like in the previous years. I wouldn't be consistent about it. I wouldn't diet. I would just go like once a week, and I'd just be like, I go to the gym, But after what had happened, I decided, like, first of all, I had nobody at all. Those who you so-called friends are never there. I didn't text. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie, us people, we tend to that when we feel alone, we try and post things, I guess, to try and get other people's attention, so that them alone can come to you, so that it doesn't seem like you were the desperate one who needed them in the first place. And a lot of us do this, you know, when you're going through some rough times and you just need someone's attention, but you're too scared to admit it, or even text someone, be like, hey, I need you, because you just genuinely want someone to be there for you. And then you just end up feeling like, well, I realized, you know, when I was depressed this year, and 100% sure everybody else was, you know, because quarantine and everything, I had nobody, and I was just tired of, you know, even if I told myself, why am I seeking other people's attention if they don't want to talk to me in the first place? And it's like, I just want one person who genuinely, truly, like, cares about you, you know? And I'm like, you know what? Nobody is reliable. The only person that truly cares about you is you. And you shouldn't be seeking attention from anybody else but yourself. So at that moment, I knew that I was not going to try and seek other people's attention. I was, you know, also, I do think that a lot of us, what we do is we tend to talk to hoes or other guys, random guys or girls, just so we don't feel alone. And it's like, that's okay, you know? I think that's childish and so immature. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of us would do that. We'd be like, oh yeah, like, I'm talking to this person, but you don't really like them. You just talk to them, text them, so you don't feel alone. That's just so childish, and that is so immature, and you just don't do that. So at that moment, when I was going through all of that, I was just telling myself, you know what, this is it, I'm cutting everything out. I deleted my social media, I deleted Facebook. So if you guys see me inactive on Facebook, it's not because I don't like you, it's just that I deleted Facebook. So if you post shit on there, I don't see it because I deleted Facebook. I just have a Messenger, that's that. I deleted Snapchat and Instagram for like a couple months, and then I still decided I reinstalled my Instagram and my Snapchat again, but I rarely post here and there. I just realized that it's so toxic. It's so toxic for no reason, and really you're just torturing yourself, because you're seeing how amazing, like you see a person and you see how amazing the life is, and you're like, what the hell, like, why is my life not like that? Why don't I have a group of friends? Like, oh my god, they're always hanging out with each other and I can't even have one fucking best friend. Like, that is just so toxic, and you just need to stop comparing yourself with other people, and you need to stop thinking about other people. And that really helped me. So I deleted my social media. I cut off people. I was like, you know what truly helped me was, I told myself, I'm going to pretend that I'm dead for, let's say, 3 or 4 months. Those who truly care about you are gonna check in with you, and they're gonna realize what the hell happened to her, like, where is she? And I was like, you know what, I'm like, nobody cares about me, so even if I was dead, like, they wouldn't, you know? So that's why I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna disconnect, I'm just gonna disappear, because nobody cares about me now, so why would they even care about me if I went missing, you know? So that was my mentality, and I focused on myself, and it was, let me tell you, I had a little moment there, but as I was saying, when you just sit there and just think about, like, you just sit there thinking and feeling that, oh my god, like, I'm actually, like, alone, like, I'm not texting any side guys, I'm not texting any guy, like, you know, when you just text them and it's so dry, like, hey, hi, what are you doing? Like, you just keep those going, like, you know, it's pointless. It's literally pointless conversations that just waste your time. You are wasting your time telling a guy you don't even care about, and you know you're not gonna give him a chance, saying, oh, nothing, how about you? Those are 2 seconds of your life that you're never gonna get back. And I just thought that is not, I think that's nonsense. That was nonsense. So I just stopped doing that, because it's pointless, it's going nowhere, and it's just hurting you and the other person. So like you like just sitting there knowing that you don't have that, you don't have friends, you don't have a boyfriend, you're not talking to anyone at all except for like your mom and your dad, and that's completely it. And you're cutting social media off, so no way anybody's gonna contact you. And all you do is just sit there and just like, wow, like, and you just feel so alone. But you just feel so alone, but you don't realize that you have yourself. Like, you don't need anybody else but yourself. And when you first go through that, it's really hard. It's really hard because you're so used to having somebody's attention and somebody there for you, even if they don't want to. Like, you kind of force them to be there for you, you know. And when that finally happens, it's like you realize how powerful you can be. And when that journey for me started, it was hard. All I would do is started binge watching so many shows. You have no idea. Day and night during quarantine, I'd be sad, you know. And at first it's hard to not compare yourself even to like the shows, but I was like, whatever. And then I started watching like inspirational, motivational videos on YouTube. I started listening to podcasts, and I would actually start, I would get motivated. And then I actually started every single day. I would wake up, I wouldn't even wake up that early. I would try to wake up early. Like, I think like for like a week I would wake up like at 6 in the morning, but I would consistently wake up like at least 7, 8. I would wake up, and I kid you not, I would go. I have like a little community park by my neighborhood. Me and my dad would go, we would go walking. We would go walking to the park. It's like 2 blocks away, and we would run on the parking lot, and it was so beautiful. Like, the sun was like, sunrise was really like happening, and you just feel like that breeze, that warm, fresh, cool, crisp air in the morning, and you're just jogging. And then I'm just listening to my music, and it's like, oh my god, like, you're really just living life, you know. And I'm just walking on the streets, feeling the air, and I just feel so like connected with myself. And then I would come home, and then I would actually, I learned a little bit more of how to cook, because I would like genuinely like, what the hell do you want to eat today, you know? I would ask myself, what the fuck do you want to eat? And I would go ahead and make it for myself. I actually went grocery shopping by myself. Trader Joe's became the new place. I know I'm such a white person, but I'm like, you know what, let's go shop for ourselves, because I'm gonna cook whatever the fuck I want to eat. I started like eating healthier because I genuinely wanted to, you know. I started drinking a lot of water too. Manifestation, oh my god, I literally feel like manifestation and believing in all that energy really made me a better person. Then I also started being consistent, working out, not just outside but inside. I truly committed myself to work out every single day. I think I was very consistent for like, I want to say maybe like a month and a half. Like, every single day, whether I wanted to or not, I would lay down my mat and I would freaking work out. And I always had this one workout. It was the Chloe Ting, oh my god, she was trending or whatever. And I was just so consistent, and I really went at it, and I really saw results. And I was just on a grind, and I was so happy. I felt so like muscly, whatever. And then actually once they started opening things up after quarantine, I started going to the gym with my dad. And I also started being more consistent at the gym. And something new for me was I started lifting weights, like, you know, for my arms. And I'm like, wow. And I started seeing a difference, because I would never really work on my arms and like lifts or whatever. And I was like, oh, like, I like this, like, it works for me. So I slowly started like going into that, and then I started like drinking protein shakes, and I was like, oh, like, what the hell, you know. And I know like right now I don't look like you know, like, oh, muscular or whatever, but I want to say the summer, like after I went through all that depression that nobody knew about, I just felt like I was glowing. Then I decided to go dye my hair, because I felt like it. I got my job back after COVID. Well, not after COVID, but like after quarantine, you know. I got promoted. I know I brag about it, but trust me, like, it was so unexpected, and I'm so blessed. But anyways, school, once school started again, like literally from the beginning, like of my depression, sitting on my bed, I remember just feeling so alone, like wow, I really just have myself towards August, September, just sitting here like on my desk doing homework, listening to music. I just felt so amazing because I told myself, wow, you're really like focused on your school. Literally all I was focused on was my school and my work, and that's it. And I didn't even think about anything else. Like I completely forgot about like Facebook and I wonder what they're doing, I wonder what they're doing. Like I'm like, dude, I don't have time to even text anyone. And I didn't even text anyone like at all, like completely. And I'm like, I am amazing, like I feel great. I don't need, like, we don't need those little connections. You don't need that one person to talk to, just have a little conversation with. Like, you and yourself have so many things to do, but you just don't realize it because you want someone there, but you don't need anybody but yourself. And it's like, wow, like I can't believe I really did that, because I'm just busy, and like relationships don't have time for that. And I don't think I want a relationship like anytime soon in any of the upcoming years. Like, I'm working on myself has been the best thing ever, and that I just gotta say, I don't need anybody, and I do not want to rely on anyone. I don't rely on anyone, and I can truly like say that I'm truly starting to be more independent. Not when we think we are independent, but we really aren't. I learned to do so many things. First of all, my dad taught me how to like use those jumper cables in case your car battery dies, because that happened to me like twice. So I know how to do that. I know how to change my oil. I got like a lot of like memberships that I just how do I say this, like I was able to help my parents out with bills out of my own money. I pay my own school, I pay my own tuition, I pay my own books with my own money. I was able to learn how to budget, save my money. Like, I feel so independent. I wake up, get ready, I take my dog to her appointments, I go to the doctor by myself, I have my car, I have a job, I go to school. Like, I feel so amazing. I feel like I'm winning in life. And if you don't truly feel like that, then I feel like you're doing life so wrong. Like, and I think this is an experience that everyone needs to go through to realize, like, and I don't think, like, even me making this video, I don't think it's gonna make another person realize how, like, life-changing this was and how amazing I just feel. But I just wanted to go on a rant. It's currently 11:01 on December 31st of 2020, and I just wanted to end the year by talking about why I think 2020 wasn't so bad after all. And I truly cannot wait. I'm just like, if my life went like that in 2020, I just cannot wait for the next year, because it's gonna be 10 times better now that I know what I have to do, what I need to work on, and now that I truly love myself. And I hope that 2020 wasn't that bad for you guys either, and I really hope that I helped you guys discover at least something about yourselves. All I have to say is I cannot wait to see everyone grow in 2021, and I will see you guys next time.